Right now on Tech Radio, it's the Tech Toy Show.
Hi, I'm Artemis. I am a computer-generated AI voice, and you're listening to Tech Radio.
Every week online and on air with RT Radio, we bring you the latest in tech from Ireland and the world. You're welcome to episode 1095. The big one of the year, the one we love the most, the Toy Show. Paddy Keelty is doing it for the kids on telly. We're doing it for adults here in podcast land. Our top tips on tech gadgets for Christmas. Let's get ready to unwrap the goodies.
This is Tech Radio with Dusty Rhodes and Niall Kitson.
I'm Dusty. Joining me as always, our editor-in-chief, Niall Kitson. Niall, before we get into talking about all of the goodies that we would like, Christmas is stressful. What do you do when you've kind of had enough of family and you go, right, get me out of here? It's like I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
This is our gift to the listeners.
Go on.
We're here to give ideas, but our strategies for, you've done the presents, you've done the dinner, and now you're into that gap between dinner and sandwiches, and it's like falling asleep might not be an option. So what do you do? Well, personally, I will be doing one of two things. I will, in all likelihood, I'll be in the office with the door closed behind me playing Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty.
Don't do it, Niall.
2077, it got under my skin in a big way this year. I've put in a lot of hours into playing it. Yeah. I've watched its evolution from being an absolutely terrible thing at release date to just getting better and better and better, and now being regarded as one of the best games of all time, really. So Phantom Liberty is the first add-on to it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, if nobody hears from me between, we'll say, 2 and 6 on Christmas Day, that's the reason why. You've got a coping strategy as well, don't you?
Actually, do you know what? Kind of similar, something where you can just cut off the world. I would probably get the Meta, the Quest 3, the headset that they have. Because you can literally put that on and it just covers your face, it covers your eyes, it covers your ears, completely cuts you off from everybody, and you can kind of get lost in a world of your own. I like it. Now, I don't have one, but I've tried one. A friend of mine has it. And it's really good with his flight sim stuff that we were doing, all right? And you're pretending to fly a plane, yada, yada. I know, nerdy, but whatever. But when you turn your head, because you want to look at something to the left or the right or whatever, everything goes with you. It's fantastic. So I love that. So I would play with that from the flight sim side of things. Or you can just sit back, and I'm tempted to do this for my next long haul flight, okay? You can sit back and you can watch a movie. Because the great thing about the Quest 3 is that you don't have to have it attached to a PC. A lot of stuff is built in, and once it's connected to Wi-Fi and whatever, it'll stream directly from Netflix or whatever.
Nice.
So that's my thing. Listen, before we get into spending hundreds and thousands and maybe even millions of euro on gifts that we would like, we do want to be respectful of the planet and look at all the tech that we have acquired over the last year or so, over the last couple of years. And this is something that you say every Christmas, and I think it's a great message. What is it? Yeah,
always look at and for pre-loved options. The EU gives us a 7-year window for things that can be repaired. All the pre-loved shops will come with guarantees attached to them. There's nothing to worry about there. I know the EX uses a grading system, sort of an ABC system. So you can see, okay, yep, this one might have a few worn edges on it, or this one is mint out of the box. I've been buying stuff with an A rating and there's no difference. It's literally probably somebody just got a present and it got pushed to one corner and that's it. So always consider pre-loved. There are bargains to be had out there. You don't have to rely on Black Friday or the January sales. Just have a look at what's out there pre-loved.
not only can you go to many of the pre-loved shops that we have across the country, one of my favourite places for not even pre-loved, but just good value stuff is Amazon, because they've got the Amazon warehouse or Amazon seconds. Because quite often what happens, I've done this a load of times and I've saved a fortune with it, right? Somebody will order something, they'll get it, they open the box and they go, God damn it, that's not what I want. And they return it. So then Amazon will then sell it on then at usually a pretty good discount. So you're kind of getting a box that has been opened, but it's been checked and everything is in it. And usually what's in it is brand new. It's just the wrapping. So I get great bargains from that. But anyway, there is a little tip for you on that. So right, let's get into our Christmas gifts for this year. Let's start off then, Niall, with some stocking fillers just to whet the appetite. What's always a good stocking filler for you?
Yeah, well, for folks like us, if you were to, have your Christmas stocking reach inside and you were to get a voucher for something like NordVPN or Surfshark or ExpressVPN, we would be very happy chappies indeed. Yeah. And why is that?
That is because you can pretend to be somewhere else on the planet. So, for example, if you wanted to watch BBC iPlayer, you just click on your old VPN and go, that's right, mate, I'm in London, let me in. And then and off you go. And BBC iPlayer is fantastic. Not that I would have done that because it's illegal, I'm sure.
Well, it's borderline unethical. You are not the intended audience.
It's unethical, not illegal. I like it. VPN, actually, do you know where else it's really good is if you are in hotels or coffee shops or anywhere public. It's a terrific security feature to have. The one thing never to do is to connect to like a coffee shop Wi-Fi or a hotel Wi-Fi or whatever. I find that's not as important these days because I hotspot off my phone and you've got practically unlimited access on your phone anyway. So that's kind of one thing. But occasionally the phone doesn't have coverage or you're running out of battery or whatever else, or you've left the darn thing in the car, whatever it happens to be. So if you are jumping onto an unfamiliar Wi-Fi network, you have to have a VPN. Yeah, because it protects everything that you're doing. Away from VPNs then?
Yeah.
For entertainment services, streaming services, we all have Netflix. Aside from Netflix, what else is out there?
We all have, I don't know, maybe too much. Maybe we're due rationalizing down. So that's why I had a look for services we mightn't be familiar with at the moment. Because if somebody was to give you a voucher for Prime, you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I know what to do with that. That's great. Yeah. It's not a bad thing, but, it's not something, somebody would take a punt on for you. So from that perspective, I'm going to recommend people have a look at a service called Nebula. So what's Nebula? Okay, Nebula is basically the good bits of YouTube made by YouTubers you actually think are good at what they do and what they follow. Because most of what people go to YouTube for is tutorial videos. They actually want to learn something.
Yeah.
So imagine if you liked the video by X craftsman and he's got a channel and that's fine. If you were to find out that guy actually does premium content or premium level content over on this other platform, but that's what it's there for. So you've got a lot of YouTubers who have upped their game and are creating great material. Some of it's fiction, some of it's, course related. And it's all over on Nebula because they get a better deal. So it's about €60 a year. It's not going to break the bank. So if you know somebody that is huge into their YouTube and is looking for something just a little bit better without the ads, that's something I recommend folks take a punt on this year.
Do you know what I would pay for if I wasn't paying for it? That's a bit stupid. What I would subscribe to if I wasn't paying for it is YouTube.
Yeah.
I had it before paying for the subscription, and it was fantastic to not have any ads. Oh my God. But on the bad side, I found myself watching a lot of YouTube, as in like addiction levels of YouTube.
Okay, so a lot of rubbish.
Oh man, there is so much rubbish on there. There really is. Like, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of high quality stuff, but it's just trying to find it. I was going to ask you that with Nebula. Do you find like everything is high quality?
Yeah. Yeah, everything is a step up. And a big part of that is because the content creators up there get a better deal for what they do. So it's in their interests to do better quality material. It's kind of maybe a couple of years ago I would have said Skillshare, but I'll go with Nebula this year because it sort of has a broader swathe of content.
All right. I've kind of another, I don't want to call it a stocking filler, but it's something tech, and I would love this for my business. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a thing called Bot Bureau at botbureau.ie, I believe, right? It's an AI phone answering service, which I've only tried out. Have you ever tried any of these things? Have you?
An AI phone service?
Yeah. You know when you ring
like
the
your
bank,
message minder?
It's kind of, yeah, it is. Now, it's kind of not really for normal people or everyday life, but if somebody is a plumber or so that kind of thing, that's what I think of, like, you know.
Sure.
But the reason I would love this, it's a great thing I would love to try, because we've all had the banks where it's like, hello, welcome for calling, blah, 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 say 1 for this, 2 for that, whatever. Like, oh my God, it's an awful way of interacting. This thing will answer the phone and goes, hey, thanks for calling such and such. You know, I'm an AI, but I can help you out by doing blah, 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 blah. I was really impressed with the Irish voice on it. All right. Had a great Dublin accent, or a little twist of a Dublin accent in it, not too strong. And during the conversation, the AI voice even went, no bother at all.
Hey, it's those personal touches that will have our robot overlords sorting us out in no time.
I know, it's just madness. I remember at the end, I was doing a test call with it, and at the end of it, the AI went, have a nice day. And I actually went, you too.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what am I doing?
Isn't that the biggest waste of energy at the moment? People
it is.
Responding, thank you. Yeah.
No, true. But, you know, for anybody who is, do you know what I can think of? Like, you know, kind of somebody who has got like a little side gig or something like that, where, you know, kind of you're not able to answer the phone all the time. The AI is brilliant. It sounds, you know, it's AI, and it's kind of like 50-60% natural, but actually it's really, really usable. And it can do anything you want. It can take appointments. It can book them directly to a calendar. It can send you an email summary afterwards. To try it out. There's a demo online. There's a phone number that you can call. It's on the website. You just dial that number and talk to the AI, and I think you'll be impressed. And if you want to do a custom for yourself, you can do it on the website, botbureau.ie. From a business side of things, that would be my little business stocking filler, if you want to call it. Anyway, I apologise. I'm going off topic.
No. It is lovely that we've actually got a couple of Irish recommendations in there this year, because I think I'll jump in with another one. This is a product from a small Irish company based in County Wicklow, and they're called Found It tags. And this is a problem that comes up quite often. We've got so many gadgets and we're all very worried about using them and losing them. So what you basically get in this sort of little packet costs you €10. You get 6 labels, right? They're like sort of barcode-y things. Actually, they work on QR codes. What you do is you register your label, right? You get the gadget you want to put the label on, and you sort of make sure it's on, smoothed on. Very, very well done. And if you lose your phone and it's picked up by somebody with a conscience, they can scan that QR code that you've put onto your device, and you get a little email saying your device has been found by, come pick it up at, etc.
That's very nice. That is very, because you know what? The majority of people are nice. Let's put it that way. So the majority of people, if they find like, you know, kind of an e-reader or something like that on a train or whatever, if that little QR code is on it, they will respond. The majority of people. You've also then obviously got people
I tell you where,
thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was founded by a guy who worked in facilities in schools, and he found that this was quite a regular problem. So he's actually working with schools around Dublin at the moment to get these things into people's hands, because kids and phones, you know, they love them, but they're also expensive and can get easily separated.
Yeah. So, if you put an expensive phone into a kid's hand, more fool you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
anyway, listen, The founded tags, how much are they?
€10 for a pack of 6.
Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad.
You know, I think they're a great little idea and an Irish company, so let's support them.
Cool. I mentioned e-readers there. Now, you being with your journalistic background, would you be a fan of an e-reader for Christmas?
Everybody should have an e-reader in the same way that everybody should have a mobile phone. And why I'm a big fan of e-readers is that they're such a simple device and they only need to do one thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's a bonus if they do it particularly well, but they only need to do one thing. I have like a second generation Kindle in a decent case. It's got a 6-inch screen on it. It's pretty small, but it's perfect for what I need it for. It's old. I don't care. I picked it up for €45. I've seen on the pre-loved websites the same generation now going for €25. And the only difference from what I can see when it comes to e-readers is the screen. How responsive is it to the conditions around you? And is it a touch screen or not?
I've played with all of them, and I can't say there's a massive, massive difference between the very, very basic and the most advanced. Because what are you doing? You're looking at black and white words on a page, and you just want to go next page, next page, next page.
That's it. So if you can find one cheap that will do that job, go for it.
That's
even
a great
as a present
idea
to yourself.
Yeah, and especially as you say, like getting a pre-loved model and stuff. And again, actually, sorry, I should work for Amazon, shouldn't I? But I've bought Kindles from Amazon before, which have been refurbished. And I swear what they're doing is they're taking an old Kindle and they just have literally the plastic case for it. And they take the Kindle electronics out of an old version that's been returned or whatever, and they put it into a new case. The thing looks like new.
Yeah.
For the refurbished one. So that's another one to try out. I have a couple of stocking fillers here, all of which, instead of me going on a wish list, these are things that I've picked up during the year so I can give you actual practical experience of how and why, and if they're any good. They're all small things, so I'll be really quick, right? Travel charges, which I've talked about before, okay? There was a couple of things about them. Number one is they come with all of the various different plugs you need if you're in the States or Asia or the UK, in Europe, I should say, or Australia, whatever happens to be. So that's kind of one side of it, right? The other side, which is handy for everyday life here in Ireland, is that they all have multi-USB-C on them, okay? So they'll have 2 USB-A ports and they'll have 2 USB-C ports, so you can charge lots of things at the same time. So that's one really good advantage. The other is that if you get a high wattage one, I think 45 or 65 watts is the one that I got, you can power your laptop as well. So again, when I'm out on the road and whatever, I just bring one charger and one USB-C lead, and that works on my laptop and it works on my phone and it works on whatever, something at my headphones that I work with. They were like 35 quid. Great stocking filler. Another one I got here is, I think I was showing you this last week, my new keyboard from Logi. I was always a fan of that kind of low profile Apple keyboard. My Apple keyboard has been served me very, very well for over a decade, all right, but it's getting a bit old and tatty, and I think 1 or 2 of the keys are sticking. So I got this Logi one. I was going to replace it with the Apple one, but it was 200 quid. 200 quid for a keyboard from Apple. Are you kidding me? So the Logi one, now I must admit, I didn't pay full price for this. It was €120, but I got it on sale during the Black Friday thing there recently, and I think I got it for 80 quid or 90 quid or something like that.
Okay.
And I'm really happy with it. It's got that low profile. It's kind of like typing on a laptop keyboard, so it's nice and, it's not big clunky like those big, what do they call, mechanical keyboards. It's wireless, but it has a USB charger built into it, so you don't have to keep popping batteries into it all the time. And it just feels, I don't know, it's got a bit of weight to it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
I was thinking about, do you remember the cheese grater Macs? The really big, heavy ones? Yeah, exactly. Now, this is going back 10 years ago, right? The ones that you would need nearly 2 human beings to carry around the place. They were so bloody heavy. That's what I was thinking. That's probably a lot of the marketing on it, because those things were so expensive because it was machined steel or aluminium or something like that. I mean, they did a beautiful job, but did they really need to put a ton of steel around computer components? Do you know what I mean? But It felt heavy and big. Do you know what I mean? And that added a lot to it. Anyway.
And reliable.
There you go. Same thing with the Logi MX Keys S. I recommend. Another thing that I've used a lot during the years is an Anker Nano external battery. What I like about this is it's a small battery. It's about the size of the smaller end of your phone, and there's no wires with it, but there's a little flip out USB connector, and you literally plug the battery pack into the bottom of your phone.
Sure.
Much easier than most of these battery packs where you've got to also have a bloody lead with it and stuff like that. And it was only 25 quid. Okay. And then you can also get a white label battery pack for your laptop as well. So if you want to have a bigger battery or whatever, and they're about 55 quid. So they're my kind of stocking fillers.
Nice.
Music.
Why do you want to talk about music? I
don't want to talk about music. Your next suggestion is to do with music.
Okay.
You're probably more into music than I am, funny enough. But anyways.
Given your background, that is hilarious.
Exactly.
So I have a very interesting relationship with audio. Whenever I'm going anywhere out and about in the world, I will wear a set of cans, because I tend to find them more comfortable over long periods of time. And I also find the noise cancellation to be pretty superior in cans than on earbuds. Okay. Another reason I don't like earbuds is that always my left ear has an excellent, exceptional fit, and my right ear does not want to play ball whatsoever.
Oh my God, I'm exactly the opposite. My right ear fits like a glove, and then the left ear keeps falling out.
Yeah. So if I'm sitting at home in my home office, or if I'm at work, I can tap away, no problem. They're not going anywhere. As soon as I get up, or say I start eating something, that's it. It's gone. Yeah. So I have, however, found an exception. There's a you might know that I've gotten on a little bit of a fitness trip in the last while, and one set of headphones that I'm using at the moment is the Shokz Open Dots 1, and what these do is they don't sit inside your ear. They have a sort of a silicon connector between a little anchor that goes behind your ear and the actual speaker that sits inside, and it goes around your earlobe. So it doesn't sort of, it just kind of sits in your canal, and they are the most secure things. I can do anything with these things on. I can shake my head. I can disagree with people. I can say, Dusty, I can tell you're not convinced. But these are, without doubt, the best set of earbuds I have used when it comes to going to the gym, where I've got a little bit of ambient noise to deal with. I just want something that will fit. I'm going to wear them for about an hour. That'll do. For that job, they are fantastic.
So essentially what's happening is that it's hooking around the back of your ear and keeping the earbud in place more than anything else.
Around your earlobe.
Right, yeah. So it's not actually using any kind of vibration or anything like that to get sound into your head. No, it's normal if you want to look at it that way. Yeah. Sports hooks or whatever. I think they call them.
Kind of, yeah.
But you know more about that.
They use silicone, so you can wear them and they're comfortable. Cool. I'm a fan of the brand, actually. I think they're doing a lot of good stuff. You tend to see videos on YouTube. It's like, can we dislodge them? It's like,
what are they called again?
Shokz, so it's Shokz.
Okay.
And the model is the Open Dots 1. You can pick them up for about €160. Battery on them is about standard as well, sort of 10 hours at a go. 10 hours in the buds and another 30 or 40 in the case.
Grand, lovely. So what about, you mentioned when you're working from the office and stuff like that, do you use any of those like Amazon speakers for a bit of music in the background or for any other use?
I don't. I either just use I use my cans, or I just use the regular speakers.
All right. Okie dokie. What else have I got for you now? So now we're getting into more expensive stocking fillers. I like this. All right. Okay. So let me see if I can one up you. Music. Yes. Again, here's the thing that I bought during the year. Because of my background, I went for a super radio. Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to mention Amazon again now in a second, but anyways, it's a Karcher, Karcher DAB 7000i. All right.
Okay.
This is a German brand, and I think they make hoses. And hoovers. So I don't know what the hell they're doing. If you look them up online, it's all that kind of, industrial machines in yellow. Do you know that kind of way? And we also do
good
radios.
Diversification.
But anyway, I was looking for a radio that did a whole load of stuff, right? So it does DAB, which is digital radio, okay? And DAB is now available in Ireland, and it gives you like 20, 30 new radio stations. It also has FM, if you want to be traditional. It has internet radio. Because it has internet radio, it's also able to, you can program your favorite podcasts on it and listen to your podcast on a radio, like normal. It's got USB in the back of it, so you can have your own music if you want as MP3 files and play them off the USB. And I'll tell you why I was using that, is because I was looking, we dropped Spotify, and I'll tell you why, right? We love the U2 album. I've forgotten the name of the bloody thing now. With or Without You and Streets of No Name.
Oh,
and
Joshua
all that.
Tree.
Joshua Tree, that's it, yeah. We love Joshua Tree. It's our favourite album. That's the one thing we kept playing over and over and over again. About half of our audio usage on Spotify was that one album. And I went, why am I paying €10 every bloody month just to listen to the same album over and over? So I bought it for a tenner. I stuck it on a USB case, plugged it into the back of this radio. Boom, problem solved. And it also has Bluetooth. So if you want to listen to music off your phone or whenever you're able to connect, it does all of that. Nice sound, versatile. It was about €170. It was one of these things that I picked up as a bargain. Again, it was a return, so I ended up getting it for about £100 or something like that because somebody else didn't want it. Amazon Germany is the website to grab it on. The only thing is, I would not say do not pay full price for it. Okay, if you're into radio and music, you want all your options, absolutely, but treat it more as a toy. The reason I say that is because the user interface is horrid. All right.
Right.
It's like 20 years old, if anything. And it's not that easy to get. Once you have it set up and you're done, all right. And if you want to nerd out, kind of, I'll set it up exactly the way I want it and I'll register with this website. Once you have it all done, then it's grand. But, for everyday use, so that's why I wouldn't pay full price for it. Anyway, sorry. There we go. Watches. Let's move on to watches. And what are we going to do watch-wise for Christmas?
I think this is the first time I've recommended a watch because I'm not a huge fan of smartwatches. When I saw the Apple Watch come out first, I was like, oh, this is interesting. But it never kind of sat with me because I don't wear a watch normally anyway.
So you're going to get an Apple Watch?
Yeah, I'm not going to get an Apple Watch. I don't have that kind of money. So, although if somebody else has that kind of money, sure, I'll give it a go. But so what I am using at the moment is Google Pixel Watch 3. So I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't use it. And it took me a little while to get used to it. I mean, the strap I didn't like the color of, but there's an entire ecosystem of straps out there, whether you're into, metal or different types of color or whatever, or threaded. They're all there for you, right? But when I put this thing on, I was like, it's a bit plasticky, whatever. But then I found a use for it. Again, sort of tying into my fitness trip at the moment, I was able to get things like my steps, my calories burnt, all that kind of thing. And I found that they were sort of nice little motivational things. That I was like, do you know what? This is useful to me. If I was using one of the watch faces that was just sort of one of their more artistically impressive ones, I would have just gone, I can look at my phone for this information. Yeah. It'll tell me exactly the same time. However, if I'm out and about, maybe I left my phone in the office, and when you get hooked into checking your steps, you really get hooked into it. I mean, you can't. It's like feeling like you've left the oven on all the time. It's just like, what about now? How am I doing? So it's the sort of thing that gets under your skin. And for €230, I think it's a good bargain. It's got a nice big watch face on it without being kind of ridiculous. And if you don't like the strap, well, hey, battery life on smartwatches across the board, as we know, is not good. You would get about a day out of a regular charge. I put mine onto airplane mode and I get 2 days out of it.
2 days.
Yeah.
You see, this is kind of where, I love modern technology and improvements and data and all that kind of stuff. But when you start telling me like, oh, here's a watch, you need to recharge the battery every day. It's like, are you kidding me? Every day or every second day? That's madness. Anyway, Google Pixel Watch 3, you have it, you've been using it, and overall you like it.
Yeah. I haven't been answering calls on it. I'll say that much. But
or paying for your chips.
or paying anything on it, although those functions are there.
I know. It's funny you mention that because I don't have one yet, but I am getting one for Christmas because I have asked Madame Santa Claus for one, right?
Okay.
And basically it's an Amazfit balance. And when I first saw this, I kind of, all right, this is an Amazon version of the Fitbit.
Sure.
But it's not. They're nothing to do with Amazon at all. They're just a completely different brand. So Amazfit, the Balance is the one they have. It's about 200. Actually, I'll give you the prices now in a few minutes. But anyway, Mr. Google Pixel Watch 3, sit down and weep when you hear what this watch is going to do compared to what you have and everything you have just described. All right. It has a 46 millimeter face. All right. Which is much bigger than the one on the Google Pixel. It will do the contactless payment, which I'm not really interested in, but I think it's hilarious going to the chipper and just putting your wrist up on the counter. Oh, bag of chips. It's got GPS built into it so that if you want to keep track of where you're running or walking, whatever it is, it's got Bluetooth built in so that you can take calls from your mobile phone, or it's got Bluetooth built in so you can actually play music that's stored on the watch. So if you're going for a run and you don't want to take your phone with you, you can have your music on your watch and paired up with your sports headphones. Nice. Which is always interesting. Again, I wouldn't be doing that because I don't run, not even for a bus. But it does mostly all of the sports watch kind of stuff. I'm like you, right? You say you've got all of the features with the Google Pixel, all right? But you don't use them. And I'm the same. I don't want text messages, all right? I don't want phone calls. I don't want notifications. Do you know what I mean? I don't really want a smartwatch. I want a watch with a big clock face on it so I can see the time and that will count my steps. That's it, all right? Just go, there you go. You've done 4,500 steps so far today. Get some more in after lunch. Okay. That's all I want the watch for, all right? And because this thing doesn't do all of the fancy extras that neither of us want, the battery life, do you want to take a guess?
Oh, I mean, I get 2 days out of, a little bit of jiggery pokery.
Take a guess.
So, you're very smug, man. So I'm going to say an extra day. I'm going to say 3 days.
14 days.
Oh, that's
14
nice.
days. And this is the Balance, all right? They've introduced the Balance 2, which is more advanced. That gets 21 days.
Wow. Okay.
So it's perfect. And that's just, a regular, I want to tap it and see what the time is and how many steps have I got. It lasts 21 days. Exactly.
One thing I will throw in also with the Pixel Watch is that it does link in with the Fitbit app because Fitbit is owned by Google now. And there are also other integrations with third-party apps. So if you want to see, for example, how your diet is complementing your exercise, you can do that as well. So it's kind of nice.
Well, it's the same with the Amazfit. They've got their own app. It's a ZEP, Z-E-P-P app, and that will give you all of the history of your walks and runs and steps over the whatever. And I think you can actually tie it in with other stuff like weighing scales.
Oh, very good.
If you really want to punish yourself. But anyway, listen, there we go. Can you imagine, we're up to nice fancy watches like that and we're still in stocking filler territory, if you want to put it that way. But what about the big stuff? What about the stuff where if I had all the money in the world, what would I have? We're going to get to those gift ideas in a moment.
Delivering Irish tech news since 2006. This is Tech Radio.
First, we just want to throw in a quick reminder about TechFire, which returns next Tuesday, the 9th of December, with a look at cyber resilience. Now, resilience is important because, as you know, some organizations are clinging to the idea that all resiliency consists of is backups and out-of-date disaster recovery plans. If you really want to be resilient, how do you untangle the services and the dependencies holding your IT estate together? And what is the role of partners in making sure that the limits of policy and resources don't get tested by security incident? At TechFire, you will be able to join Bill Unsworth, Director of Cloud for UK and Ireland at IBM, Declan Hussey, CEO of DNA IT Solutions, and Robert Kelly, founder of HRI, to explore the differences between high availability, disaster recovery, and cyber resiliency. The best news is you can reserve your place for free at TechFire, an online event this Tuesday, the 9th of December at kicking off at 10 a.m. The website is techfire.techcentral.ie, and all of that information is in the description area of this podcast. Right, let's get back to our toy show and our Christmas wish list, and we're very much in wish territory here. It's the kind of thing where it's like kind of, if I had all the money in the world, I'd take 2 tickets on a Blue Origin spacecraft where me and Niall can just go up into the atmosphere. You wouldn't do it, would you? Would you?
I mean, it's not space. You're not really going anywhere. You're just going up and coming back down again.
We could both be like Katy Perry.
Yeah. Sending love back to the earth.
Anyways, you're a very domesticated man. I'm having a look at your suggestion for something that is kind of like very expensive that you would like, and I'm saying to myself, oh dear, we're going to have to revisit this friendship with Niall and think, do we really want to be seen out with him? The HomeBot. What are you doing wanting after one of explain what it is.
Okay, the HomeBot. We know and live and, deal with the most annoying domestic chore of any time, really.
Go on.
Sweeping the floor. Oh. This is a robot vacuum like you have never seen before. It will vacuum and it will mop.
Cool.
And what's even better, this is a product of another Irish company, and it is voiced by the DJ Louise Clark. So you get to have, Louise interact with you, tell you you're doing great, say the floors are clean, whatever you're into. What I like about these sort of multi-featured robot cleaners is how they sort of work with the apps just to create a map of your home so that it knows where to go and, not to bang off the walls and, what nooks and crannies it has to service, or maybe it can't service. So that's pretty cool. And if you live in a lovely big house like me and Dusty do, it will track 4 floors, 4 levels of your house.
Asterix, Niall and I do not live together.
So app and voice controlled by an Irish accent.
Okay, that's nice. Listen, how does this elevate it into super expensive territory? How much is it?
€810.
Okay, all right, okay. So if I have someone around to the house, all right, to manually hoover, all right, I'd say 30 quid an hour or whatever, 30 quid a week. Or listen, do you know what? If it was just lads, 30 quid a month. How long will that last? However. Listen, you do have something a little sexier, and that is come from DJI. Now, this kind of, when I was thinking of things to sort of keep myself amused and occupied on Christmas afternoon, it was kind of, I think one of our suggestions last year was a ring light or something like that. But of course, you can get entire creator kits. So, and some brands are particularly good. I mean, you can get some bits from Rode, you can get some bits from Joby, and end up constructing something fairly compelling, or you can get something out of the box on Amazon for like €100. And of course, you get what you pay for. However, and you're a big believer in these as well. I was looking at getting a gimbal. So a gimbal being a thing that you can use for your camera, you can use it with a mobile phone, you can use it with a regular camera or whatever, and it allows you to walk around, but the gimbal will be constantly moving the camera so that it appears to be absolutely rock solid. So you will see it a lot on videos and stuff like that, or in movies and stuff like that when they're zooming in on something or whatever, and everything. Gimbal, rock solid, love it.
Like earlier this year, when 28 years later came out, a big deal was made of the fact that it was being filmed on an iPhone. But of course, you know that iPhone had a few things attached to it. One of them was a gimbal, because you wouldn't have people walking around with just the camera up, just kind of holding it in people's faces.
Have you seen how they do it? It's not just a gimbal. It's kind of like, if you imagine like that huge big movie apparatus with the thing in the middle, and you need two people to carry it around and one person to carry it around, okay? It's that with an iPhone in the middle.
Yeah. Okay.
I go on anyway.
Yeah, so just to recommend the exact model I was looking at, this is one that is tailor-made for mirrorless cameras. So not really your iPhone, but I'm going to call it a proper camera for the moment. And it weighs like 4.4 pounds, and it's got its own touch screen. It's got nice horizontal and vertical modes, so you don't have to put extra weight on your arm or anything like that. Of course, it's battery powered. It's got a 10-hour runtime. That's not bad at all. I mean, you're not going to be making your own videos that last that long. No. And it's got a pretty sweet grip attached to it. Now, this is the DJI RS3 Mini. It's 3-axis controller. I found it online pre-loved in excellent condition for around €200.
Wow, that's very good.
That's a good deal. Gimbals are expensive, so this is a good deal.
Well, I've got. I'm happy to say I have a present that's going to cost thousands, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But first, something more reasonable, but in the hundreds territory. All right.
Right.
And I mentioned Meta earlier with the AR headset. The other thing that I would like from Meta to try out is the Ray-Ban glasses. The problem is, because I wear glasses, I need a prescription pair. So I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm going to make that kind of investment, if you like. All right.
Yeah.
But I've seen a few people use them, and you know what? It's kind of handy. You were talking about creator and camera and stuff like that. Like, the camera that's built into those Ray-Ban glasses, when you video with it, it's surprisingly good.
Huh.
Surprisingly good. But the real reason that I would like to try it is because the latest version of the Meta Ray-Bans have got a kind of an AI assistant built in. Now, I don't know how any good. It could be as good as Siri, in which case we're all in trouble. But it's the kind of thing where you can talk to it and ask it questions. And then also it's got a little HUD, I was going to say, a heads-up display where you can superimpose, like just in a small corner of the glasses themselves, maps. So where I can see it is if I'm walking through a part of town that I'm not familiar, or if I'm on holidays or something like that, I can have the glasses on and the map is showing me right in front of my eyeball, turn left here at the lights, that kind of way. I think that could be really interesting. And again, like, when I'm on holidays, if I'm in Italy or something like that, it might show me translations of things it's able to. Now, I don't know if it's any good, but that's what Christmas is for. Somebody can give me this for free and I'll try it out, like, And I think they're under 500 quid as well. Or maybe in and around the 500 quid mark, like, So
okay, so this, I have to ask. I mean, you've looked into the Ray-Ban ones, and that's fine. And Ray-Ban has a very distinct Wayfarer design from them. It's like the Wayfarers and the Aviators are pretty much what Ray-Ban gave the world. Of course, Meta has another partnership with Oakley. Oakley being the eyewear of choice for ice in the States. I'm not sure that's an official endorsement.
Are you talking about vanilla ice, or are you talking about the apes that go around nabbing people off the street?
Oh, I couldn't possibly confirm or deny either. But those iconic wraparound shades that grew particularly popular with the Extreme Sports set, you have no interest in trying those out?
I haven't. It hasn't crossed my radar just yet. But from that brief little description that you've given is kind of, ooh. As soon as we're finished recording, the first search on Google will be Oakley Vanguard.
Yeah. See what you think.
How it goes. Right, listen, last thing for our Christmas wish list from yourself. You're back into another fitness device. You are going to be Mr. Fit and Healthy, aren't you, in 2026?
Well, like most people who get a gym membership, I'd use it once and forget about it. So my parting shot on this year is the Aura. And this is kind of, if the Fitbit didn't work out for you, you didn't like having something on your wrist. If a smartwatch didn't work out for you because it still just didn't bring enough value, you might try an Aura, which is a smart ring that does pretty much all you want it to do in that sort of quantified self area of things, and it sends it to an app on your phone, so you just don't have to deal with a display on anything. In the same way that a Whoop is just sort of gathering data on your wrist and then you get to interrogate it via an app, the Aura does something very similar.
So when you say ring, it's something you wear in your finger?
It's a ring, yes.
Okay, grand, love it. I'm just double checking. You were talking about ring lights earlier. I wouldn't be wearing one of those in my finger, so now shove it.
There's another finger.
Right. Anyways, listen. So you're wearing one of these on your hand. And so what does it do for you that really attracts over and above the smartwatch? Well, look,
this is one part an aesthetic decision, one part watches don't work for me. None of the bands work for me. This is the only thing that feels kind of unobtrusive. Now, unfortunately, it's got the same problem all of these devices have, in that the battery life is not good.
No. All right.
However, if you have €380 to spare, they've got their new Air model out, which looks quite fetching. Have a look. It's an Aura. The Aura Ring Air is the one that I was looking at. And see what you think.
Okay. Now, my final one, my parting shot, is something that I would love to get into my hands, but I don't think it's available anywhere outside of South Korea. And that is the brand new Samsung phone, which they only announced in the last week. And I love this because we are living in a world where all of the posh people now have got folding phones. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, hang on, let me just open up my phone here. And look at that, 7 inches of screen stage. It's amazing. So what I want to do then is to get the Samsung, which is not a folding phone. It's a tri-folding phone, which means that you don't just open it up like a book. You open it up like it's got 3 folds in it, and it gives you a 10-inch screen. So I'd love to be somewhere. That's one of those old-fashioned folding phones. Yeah, I've got the new trifold. It's an amazing piece of tech. Now, I think it's going to cost about $3,000 or something like that. All right, but from the videos that I've seen online, how do you best put this? It looks like it's a big, chunky, thick, weighty bit of kit, right? It's like 300 grams or whatever, which is heavy enough. That's a third of a weight of my laptop, right? So it's a big, thick phone, but once you unfold it and it's all lying out nice and flat, it's only 4 millimeters thick, which is way thinner than even like an Apple Air tablet or something like that, really, really thin. It does, from the videos that I've seen online though, I mean, you can see the 2 folds, because they're not able to do the Gorilla Glass on the inside, so you can see the folds, and it's very reflective, and there's a whole load of things wrong with it. But it's for Christmas, and if somebody had $3,000 and they wanted to spend it on my behalf, then do you know what I'd have? But I think, do you know where I see the market for those things? Because we've had folding phones for what, 2 years now, 3 years?
Oh, yeah, a good while now.
Do you see them much around town?
No.
No, neither do I.
No.
And I think they're like less than 2% of overall sales for smartphones and stuff like that. Because as we've said often enough on the podcast, is what problem is it solving? It's not really solving a problem for many people.
I think I've seen the Pixel Flip about the place.
Have you? Yeah.
But that's it. And that's that Samsung's like consumer oriented, particularly I think female lifestyle is kind of how they're leaning the market.
Pitching it,
marketing, yeah.
Well, I think the trifold would be great for a traveling salesman who's going in and he's taking orders and stuff like that. Like, instead of having to walk around with a tablet all the time, you can just walk out with the phone and open it up. It looks cool as hell. All right, that's it. That's it. There is no other reason. It looks cool as hell, and nobody else has one. All right, so
and that's good enough for you.
Yeah, you can send your donation of $3,000 to Dusty, care of techcentral.ie. Thank you very much. Grand. Listen, that's not a bad old list. Imagine if we got even just one or two things on that list. Wouldn't we be happy boys?
Happy campers.
All right. All we have to do now is to be good for the next couple of days.
This is Tech Radio with Dusty Rhodes and Niall Kitson.
Right, listen, that is it for our show for this week. We didn't have any news stories at all, so let's get a quick update on stories you can check out online on the website, Niall.
Sure. Well, first we have Meta squashing its own research into mental health. Intel's shares price go on a bit of a rocket to the moon from a rumoured collaboration with Apple. And AR comes to Merrion Square Park, courtesy of Snap and Invisar.
Oh, I want to find out about that. You'll get those stories and more online at techcentral.ie. We're back again next Friday with a brand new show for you online and with RTE Radio 1 Extra. In the meantime, please do share our podcast with a friend. If they're into techs and gadgets, and especially after this show, you've got to share this show with them. Just tell them to get into their podcast app and search for Tech Radio Ireland, and they'll find us quick enough. Until next time, from myself, Dusty Rhodes, and from Niall Kitson, as always, thank you for listening and have a great weekend.
Remember, you can get the latest Irish tech news with hourly updates, daily newsletters, and more at our website, techcentral.ie. Share the knowledge and invite a friend to listen. Search Apple, Spotify, or YouTube for Tech Radio Ireland, or listen with RTE Radio 1 Extra. Tech Radio is produced by dustpod.io for techcentral.ie. From me, Artemis, live long and prosper.